Another packed house here in Lowell. The place holds about 3,000 people. And here we're ready for round two. Wilson and Rivera. They both have red shorts with white stripes. The easy way to decipher, Paul, is Wilson has the red headgear. And they're in the middle of the ring slugging it out. And it looks like Wilson is the more aggressive of the fighters here, Paulie.
Yep, Wilson is moving in more now and starting to bring the fight towards the opponent. And of course, as these rounds, especially the second round, they got to be on top of one now, getting a lot of punches off to start piling up points to take this fight away from you, the other fighter, his opponent. And you're going to see a lot of actions begin to start.
Yes, sir. They're kind of staying back, but a right hand landed by Wilson tagged Thomas Rivera. Separated now by the referee Pico, and they're back to action. A left hand landed by Wilson. Wilson again, Paulie. It seems that he is pressing this fight.
Yep, he's definitely pressing it. He's out there to win, and he wants this title tonight and get this win under his belt especially for tomorrow night for the finals. And the fight's going to be only won by that one who keeps on pressing the fight and getting the points in, because not only pressing is a great thing, though. You got to score too, and which he is doing.
A combination landed by Wilson. Looked like it rocked Thomas Rivera a bit against the far ropes down there, Paulie. Here at ABT, we're perched high above this capacity crowd here with great vantage point. ABT is well taken care of. This fight, though, between Wilson and Rivera seems to be edging for Wayne Wilson. But Thomas Rivera is doing his all to keep it in there, and he's landing some punches of his own. Now they're separated, and the shoelace has to be tied.
Shoelace came untied, and one thing about the amateur boxing referees and judges are very quick to pick up these things. As they trip on that string, they could hurt themselves. That's one of the safety rules that they do, and watching their fights. And it goes to show you they're really keeping their eye on these fighters and making sure everything is coming out right for them, and that nobody really gets hurt here.
That'll do it for the second round of action here at the 106-pound weight class between Wayne Wilson and Thomas Rivera. That round looked to me kind of went Wilson's way, Paul, but we're again going to leave it to the judges.
That's right. The way we see it sometimes and the way the judges read it, we're sometimes wrong. But not too many times. I don't think we were wrong twice since we've been doing these shows, and I think that Wilson was pressing the fight more and was staying on his opponent, but Rivera was holding back a little bit, which we see him start moving. He's going to have to. I think his trainers right now in his corner tell him, you got to pull this fight through you. You've got a round and a half to go, so let's pull it out, and he's going to start throwing some punches in there if he wants to win.
Looks like he has to dig deep. It's the third and final round of the 106-pound weight division between Wayne Wilson and Thomas Rivera. Wilson in the red headgear, Rivera in the white headgear. They touch gloves, and we're ready for third round action. Paulie, in the pamphlet here, there's a big article that don't be quick to judge. It's harder than you think, so we're not the only ones at a disadvantage.
Well, that's very true. Don't be too quick to judge. As you know, just a few nights ago with Tom McNeely Jr., that he was winning the fight for 7, 8 rounds, and at the end of the round he gets stopped by a bad cut. And goes to show you that don't be too quick to judge. Holds a lot of strength in boxing.
Yes, sir. Paulie referring, of course, to Peter McNeely, the undefeated heavyweight until last week. He got beaten in the final round. He was ahead on points. A big left hand landed by Wayne Wilson. Kind of shook Tommy Rivera to back him up a little bit here. Looks like Wilson is the more stable of the two fighters, as he just seems to be coming in at him, Paulie, and waiting to counter, and he seems to be winning this fight. There's a right hand landed.
Yep, they're punching away now, and there's another good right hand by Rivera there. Rivera, if not, it's a good slug fist going on. Good punches thrown, good straight right hands, landing right on the target, by both fighters. This is a pretty good even fight right up till now. They're really landing, and as it goes on, it's going to get a lot more intense in there, and more serious punches are going to be landed.
3 2-minute rounds, of course, here in the Golden Gloves. Wayne Wilson in the red headgear fighting Thomas Rivera. And looks to me like Wilson's ahead, but you never want to give up on this, Paulie, and figure you're ahead that you can ease up.
No, the worst thing to do is try to catch up, be behind and catch on up. You got to stay right up there with your opponent and be ahead at all times. Always getting punches in, using and moving all the time, and keeping a lot of action going. That's the only way you win fights.
Well, that'll do it for the first fight tonight, Paulie, at the 106-pound weight class. Wayne Wilson and Thomas Rivera. Wilson fighting from out of Fall River, and Thomas Rivera fighting out of Holyoke. And here we have the ring announcer in the ring. Peaky Pico is collecting the scorecards from the judges, handing it over to the ring announcer, and it'll just be moments away, the decision. Here on ABT, bringing you Golden Gloves Boxing, the first to do it. Often imitated, never duplicated. The fighters are in the center of the ring. But here we go.
106-pound semifinal. The winner and finalist in tomorrow night's 106-pound New England Golden Glove Championship in the blue corner from Holyoke, Thomas Rivera.
So they gave it to Rivera, Paulie. Thomas Rivera comes away with the victory.
Yeah, he got the win, and I thought it was a very close fight, and he did pick up, I guess, the extra points there, and did land a couple of serious right hands in that fight.
So again, Paulie, I was kind of thrown there. I was looking at Wilson landing those left hands, but Thomas Rivera from Holyoke comes away with the victory. So he's going on to tomorrow night to fight for the championship.
Yes, he'll be in for the title tomorrow night, and he's probably very excited. His kid right now going back to his locker room. Now that this fight's over, he's thinking about tomorrow night, because that is the championship, and being able to wear the belt and the robe which they're really fighting for tonight. As we saw that ending of that fight, and the fights coming up, we're going to see some real exciting fights.
By default, from Fall River and the Southern New England Golden Glove team at Team Almeida.
So, Paulie, this fight is a walkover, as a Team Almeida is at the 112